Hello, and welcome to episode 67 of the Screen Age podcast. I'm your host, Connor.
I'm Rodrigo. We've got a wonderful episode today.
Oh, yeah?
Not a whole lot and everything.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's some.
No, we got a couple of stuff.
There's not a whole lot, but there's some big shit.
Yeah. Not a lot, but some. The stuff that's there is sometimes big.
Oh, the stuff there. In TV, especially. There's some big
really?
shit. We'll get to it, apparently. We'll start with games.
Oh, I know the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Games, yeah. Well, what do you have?
What do I have? All I have is just, like, Elden Ring shit. That's just the only thing that's there. People creating it in dreams, Chinese companies ripping it off, an app being made to, like, help track collectibles and NPC things, which is an incredible idea, except it's on fucking iOS and I have Android, so I can't use that. What else is there in Elden Ring? Because every time I scroll down, it's like, there's one. Okay, so it's one, two. There's one. There's one.
They've already started speedrunning the game.
Oh, fuckers have got this down to, was the 38 minutes? Is that the most recent one?
I think something like that. It was under an hour anyway.
Now, I'm at the fucking, I want to say about 50-hour mark, and I was like, okay, and I got really scared, because last night I got to a point, I was like, fuck, this feels kind of endgamey. They've showed me, like, the bosses that I have to fight, and I've killed most of them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He's like, oh, go to the big tree and go up to it. Like, okay, this isn't really a spoiler. There's so many more levels to get up to this. I was like, okay, and I went up to it, I was like, you've been denied. I was like, sorry, what? It's like, yeah, you've been denied. You go back, you sit down, and she's like, so, there's another thing I want you to do for me. I'm like, okay. And she's like, there's an area above the clouds. I was like, there's a what above the where? There's an area above the clouds I need to bring you to. I'm like, okay.
Bigger map.
And then it's like, not only is it a bigger map, it's a fucking vertical map now. Like, I already knew of the subterranean city. There's one thing that I've kind of regret not doing, and that's posting about discoveries that I've made in Elden Ring. Because, like, the ones that I've just discovered, I've just kind of discovered through my own playthrough. So I was like, oh, this must be just the normal way of finding them. But, like, I only saw yesterday that people were reporting about the underground city that I found fucking a week ago. And I find other people be like, this boss is huge. I'm like, cool. I've fought him ages ago. What are you talking about? And like, there's other huge bosses that I'm like, I haven't. No one has been talking about this. It's a crazy big, like, serpent god, and I'm like, this is amazing. And no one's been talking about it. I just figured that people were like, oh yeah, it's a cool boss, and it's going on with their lives. But no, people just haven't fucking gotten to that part yet.
Yeah. Fucking hell. 36 minutes and 20 seconds.
36 minutes? I'm on 50
ridiculous.
hours.
That's ridiculous, though. And like, this is just gonna get smaller and smaller. I think like the first speedrun was like 2 hours, and that was like last week, and everyone was like, okay, that's fast, but like, this is obviously gonna be beaten very quickly, and it's gone down to 36 minutes. I don't know how much lower it can go.
I don't
like
either.
Realistically, it'll probably go down a couple of seconds, like 36 minutes, and like I don't know, 10 seconds or something like that. I don't see this going below 30 minutes though.
Oh, like, no, I can't. Like, there's already been the big drop. Okay, no, what's going to happen, because we had the 2 hour drop down to, like, the hour drop, and the hour down to 48, I think it was, and the 48 down to the 36. So we've had those giant, minute things, big minute drops in what happens. So what's going to happen at some point is, there's going to be two methods that's going to happen. There's either going to be an update that's going to patch some of the exploits and cheeses that they use, so it's going to, like, bump up the, like, that's the old patch, and the new patch speedrun is going to be higher, which I would rather see. I'd like to see how they come up with new methods of getting around these patches and stuff like that. The other thing I can see happening is that it goes, like, it gets going down to the seconds, and it goes down to the milliseconds for the next I want to say maybe 3 months. I give it. I say 3 months of like going down to seconds and milliseconds. That's being it, and then there's going to be just one random minute drop. Or something like that. It's going to be another exploit found, or after an update, there's another thing found that's actually like compromising a game.
Yeah,
something's going to happen. So I can see it going down by another like probably 4 minutes, given the way things work. But it's crazy.
I know, and like there's so many like farming exploits. I know, like my brother is playing it, and I was telling you that he was farming, but like. The way he showed me how he farmed. He wasn't even crazy. He saw a video. He just came across a video of an easy farm. So he spawns in somewhere, and he's like on top of a cliff, and down there's like a circle.
I know the one,
where there's a person is there, and then there's like a big moat around it so you can fall. So he just goes up there, shoots the arrow at the fella, moves back, the thing falls, he gets 11,000, goes, resets, and goes again. I mean, it's a very quick farming method, though. That's ridiculous, though. 11k just to shoot one arrow, move back, it falls, restart. That's insane.
I definitely get farming, and I was trying to think for ages, like, why do I have an issue with like, just to put into context, his brother hasn't gone to the red area in it. He's done like the first area, and he's fought the first major boss. I don't know much more else that he's done in that bit afterwards.
He's explored and stuff, but he hasn't. The campaign stuff, he hasn't done a lot.
So he's just explored. So he's literally just fought the first main boss at level 34, and then in this area, grind to level 89. Now, I was like, what the fuck? At the beginning, I was like, damn, okay. And I was like, why do I have an issue with this? And then it only occurred to me, he started off with a dex build, so a dexterity, so he uses quick weaponry to land a lot of hits. So it's like, okay, that's fine. And then yesterday you were texting me, it was like, he's asking about spells. I was like, he's level 89 right now, and he's looking for a build change. He's like, he can't grind levels, and I don't know how to respec just yet. I found the item to do so. Actually, I think that's a lie. I think I do know how to respec. But he can't get to that point yet. He can't, he's a good bit away until he can manage to respec. So he's now locked in this, like, I'm half dex, half spell casting, which is a good thing, but he can't alter anything yet. He's kind of locked himself into, okay, let's hope this happened to work out well enough, which I don't doubt he probably has. And there's definite ways of, like, make it a little bit easier, but I would not have liked that high.
And the fact that he's so high, though, at the moment, means he'll just be able to get through other areas that you're not meant to be that high quicker. But, well, I don't really know how it works. Does it scale?
Yeah, it's a bit complicated in the sense that, like, he's in the first area, which means he can probably get his weapon up to, like, level 5 out of 25. So, the main aspect of doing damage is leveling up your weapons through reinforcements. So, like, getting upgrade materials and going to the crafting bench and making it better. So, just him being level 89 will probably increase his health. His dex, he probably want to increase his stamina. But now that he also wants to be spell casting, he also needs to up his FP, so his spell casting thing. And then he also has to up his intelligence, because he wants to do this. He also has to up his or his faith. I'm not sure which one he's going for. So, like, he has to upgrade like 5 or 6 things. While when I'm a strength build, I literally go for health, strength. There.
That's it. Yeah. I guess because like this is, he's never played Dark Souls, and anyone that has played Dark Souls would have a preference over a certain class or something. So someone that has never played anything like this, you pick one that you go, okay, that looks interesting, and as you play, you're like, this isn't suiting me, and you start changing, which then makes it obviously more difficult than like it's like, oh god, like how could you be changing now? But maybe the next game he'll be like, okay, Dex doesn't work for me, but I'll focus on this other thing.
Yeah, and like
the learning, which is interesting that like the game kind of allows for that change, and you're not just fixed into it.
Oh yeah, no, it's an incredible, like, this what I call now the Elden born Souls Die Twice games, to get all the FromSoft games in there. It is maybe not Shadows Die Twice or Sekiro, but the Soulsborne games and Elden Ring do an incredible ability of being able to say, you make the character you want. Do you want to use fire spells to decimate enemies? Absolutely go. Do you want to use the power of gods to cast lightning? Go for it. Do you want to use a big sword and bonk people? Fucking off you go. Here's the biggest sword you can muster. It does a really good job at that, but it also does a really good job at rewarding players who know how to build their class. So like, because I know how to build a strength class and I focus on strength, dex and vigor, I can take a hit and I can give a hit, and I'm not having the most amount of trouble with bosses. It's still challenging because I'm not going complete and utter, here's the biggest sword. I'm kind of like limiting myself a bit. But they do a good job at rewarding you for creating your class well. So that's why my thing of him changing at level 89 without even going beyond the first boss, being like, I want to kind of level up the fuck and maybe look at a class change. I'm like, switch that around.
yeah
It scares me.
Yeah, but yeah, Elden Ring, wow, just amazing.
Best selling game so far. I know it's only March, but 2022 is looking like it's going to be hard to beat.
I know, yeah, it's something big would have to come out, like really big, to defeat this for Game of the Year, because this has really taken like the only game I realistically think could beat this is God of War 2, and that's really the only game I think
but because of the whole just issues that it's had, sorry, I thought something fell, just because of the whole development issues that it's had, the delays that it's had, it could either make people like yes, or it could either make people no. And if they release it too late in the year, which, because they will most likely, if they're going to release this game, will be around the holidays.
In or around, yeah.
Like, I can't imagine it, like, there's no word on it yet. Like, we barely got the phrase Ragnarok in there, and we've barely got the idea that Thor is in there, so that's cool. But after that, we don't have a date, we don't have development updates, we don't have people turn around and be like, oh, it's done, or this. Actually, they probably have, I just completely forgot about it by now. But we don't have anything on it, we don't have trailers, teasers, whatever the fuck, so even a 2022 release, if it does come out this year, I'd actually be really worried about it. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, PlayStation will hype it up.
Exactly, PlayStation should hype it up. So if it hasn't happened yet,
yeah,
I don't think it's going to be scheduled for 2022.
And this leads me to my next thing, and it's funny because I heard about it and I was like, is it? And then I was like, did it even happen? So there was a state of play for PlayStation the other day on the 9th.
Really?
And they were just like, they announced it like 2 days before it was going to happen. They're like, oh, state of play, like in 2 days. And everyone was like, oh, we're going to get like God of War and we're going to get all these things. It was a 20-minute event and they just dropped a bunch of useless stuff and we're like, yeah, that's enough for us. And everyone was like, so, like, what happened to God of War? Or, like, a sneak peek into, like, I don't know, the Wolverine game or the Spider-Man game. And they were just kind of like, no, just, that you get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection.
I also just thought of something. I don't even think God of War could beat it because God of War is only coming out PlayStation. Ooh. And maybe PC. See,
that could
Elden Ring.
Back.
Yeah, Elden Ring has come out on multi-platforms, on Xbox, PC, the various forms within PC as well. When God of War is going to come out on PS and select areas of, I say just Steam, like I'd say I can get Elden Ring on like Origin or something like that as well. But
I mean, God of War 1 Game of the Year, no?
Oh, Game of the Year. I thought we were talking about. Did I say Game of the Year? I meant to fill in fucking best selling. Sorry.
Oh no, best selling. No, definitely Elden Ring. No, no, no. I'm
Yeah.
talking best. I'm talking best game. Like
Oh, Game of the Year. Oh yeah, no, if that is almost certainly probably going to get it. I just say
Yeah,
almost certainly
usually
probably.
does.
Yeah, well, it's a single player. It's probably more accessible to Elden Ring. Did you see? It's my fucking favorite thing actually. Did you see Hidetaka Miyazaki's advice to new players at Elden Ring
I
that
think
keep
I did. I
dying?
can't remember.
It's them to chill out and embrace death. Like that's the most ominous fucking thing you turn around. But like that, and it's the thing that you keep alluding to as well when we talk about it. Because of that, because it's so difficult, and because that it's such a complex game, even though it's a little more accessible than the other Souls games, just saying a lot, it's not gonna win it because it's so difficult,
Because of
and
that,
people are like,
yeah.
now it's good. It like it should win other awards to compensate for it, and it will win other awards to compensate for it. Absolutely, it will. Best game, probably not, because like you can still make God of War difficult. You can make it as difficult as Elden Ring probably because it won't be as long. You just crack up the
Yeah.
difficulties or play it in a certain way. Like you can still make it that way, but
Oh
in the
yeah.
end, it's more accessible.
It definitely is. Yeah, it would be more accessible. Just the simple fact that there's a difficulty slider just makes it more accessible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Elden Ring isn't accessible to people that aren't good
No.
at gaming. You know,
No.
you're not gonna have fun.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many times throughout any From Software game that you could be playing it and just be like, "Fuck, is this even worth it?" Especially if you're going for perfections. If you're a completionist or perfectionist, and you want to get 100% of that, like fucking hell I did on all the Dark Souls games. There's like, okay, I had a load of fun doing Dark Souls 1 because it wasn't that bad. I had a load of fun doing Dark Souls 3 because it was one of my favourite games. Now, it took a long while, and doing it was like, it took like 200 hours to perfect it, but doing it was because it's one of my favourite games ever, so it was so much good. So much good, so much fun.
So much good.
Dark Souls 2, I remember sitting there at one point being like, fuck, I can do it just not playing this. And I'd be so brutal. I was like, fuck, I don't know if I want to play this. And I was like, no, I can't. I can't just have the 2 games done. I have to have all 3. And it was great. But they do have that tendency to make you question why you're playing it. God of War doesn't. It'll keep you enthralled in it because it's not so much easier, but it's easier, and it's just.
And the story is engaging. And,
oh yeah,
you know,
that's the other thing. The story of Elden Ring is so splayed out, and there's so many interlocking things, and there's NPCs that have this one. There's another guy up here. There's optional bosses there that have other things too. If you're just, I think it's a little unfair that it's gonna lose out because of that. Because From Software games has the best story. I would put my hand up and say that. I'm even gonna say it's probably better than Halo's story, but because it's not just told to you, it's gonna be lost out, which I think is a bit unfair. But I can also see why.
Yeah.
Again, it's
But
down to accessibility.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I mean, like you said, as long as it gets awards in other things, you know, you can't complain because it definitely deserves awards.
Oh yeah,
some sort of award anyway. But yeah, that's a long time anyway. That's a long time before we even have to worry about award season. But yeah, Overwatch 2 is getting a closed beta.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I saw a headline that said that Overwatch 1 suffered from the development of Overwatch 2, or the focus on Overwatch 2 or something like that. I was like, no, it didn't. The problem was that you changed the game like 7 fucking times, altered aspects of the game. Actually, you did what Activision does fucking best, and it alters the wrong parts of games.
Yeah, like there were so many things that they changed that were just stupid. Yeah,
like there was a golden period, pretty much 2016 to probably mid 2019, 18,
yeah.
End of 2018, beginning of 2019.
In and around there, yeah.
Yeah, that was like the golden period for it because it had the best ranked, it had the best system for it, had the best characters. It wasn't so overloaded with different strats that you could use, and it was just kind of like go in, do it, and if you're competent at the game, you'll be told that. You could be competent at Overwatch now, and there's so many other counters to it that you kind of just sit there and be like, oh, why?
Yeah.
It just becomes it literally becomes like, that's why I hated about the rank towards the end. Was it became a roll of the dice. There was no flexibility in it. Before, you could go into a ranked match, you select your character, you go up and you say, oh, they're doing this strat at the moment. Okay, I need to alter up my playstyle. I can go back and change and come out as a different character, and then they'd have to change it up. That was such a great mechanic that the multiplayer in that had. It was so much better than even like Rainbow Six didn't have that. They couldn't change on the fly. You just kind of had to deal with what was there. That works with Rainbow Six. For Overwatch, when they decided to like lock in your character, it was like gambling at that point. It was like, okay, we're gonna try and run this strat. If they have this one character, we're fucked. And 9 times out of 10, they had that one character.
Yeah, and like the whole like, oh, two tanks, 2 DPS, 2 healers. And
Oh
it's like,
yeah,
it's like, okay, I get it in the sense that like you force people to be like a healer because there was times where you'd have no healer, but I mean that's part of teamwork and shit.
yeah, that's
but
part
like
of building a team.
the whole thing of like, oh, okay, they're doing this strat or whatever. We don't need 2 tanks. We need 3 DPS to get rid of this, or vice versa. We don't need 2 DPS. We need 3 tanks, and 1 DPS will do, or whatever. But it became okay, we have to have 2, 2, 2.
Yeah.
And we can't change. Oh, I'll go tank this game and I'll play Orisa. Oh shit, we need a Reinhardt, but I don't know how to play Reinhardt, but you do, but you chose DPS, so we can't.
Yeah.
And now you're fucked.
And you're so corralled into this regimented sense of just go for it. And like after a while it became such a slog because like, oh, I want to change out, but I can't. Like, oh, I like there was so many times where like we'd be playing way back, and it's exactly what you said. It'd be, oh, we need another tank, and like myself and you would know how to play DPS and tank, or well, yeah, you would know DPS and tank, and another one team, Atari would know like healer and DPS, and I kind of had a brief overview and everything, but I'd specialize in tank, new DPS, and I had a little dashing of healer here and there. So literally anytime one of us was like, we need another DPS, you could switch out, I could switch out, the fucking healer could switch out. There have been times where the healer switched out because there's another randomer is like, oh, I can do that, and then we win that way. Overwatch was such a testament to flexibility, and then it became cornered and regimented.
Yeah, but it definitely wasn't the announcement of Overwatch 2 that killed it,
No.
And there was also other things behind the scenes that also destroyed Overwatch.
We can't really go into it, sadly.
No, but if you know, you know. But
you should know.
But yeah, but they're gonna have like it's gonna be mainly a PvE game. Like they'll have the PvP aspect of it, but I don't know. I feel like they're gonna mainly focus on the PvE, and then just have like it'd be basically Overwatch with PvE. That's what's gonna be, and who's gonna pay €70 to have the same bullshit?
Yeah, is it going to be AAA price?
I would say so. Yeah, I
Oh,
wouldn't be surprised.
That's how you kill it.
Yeah,
It should be about 40.
Yeah, or they could just make it free to play and like have aspects of skins and stuff like they have anyway, which I know they won't do because money. But yeah, I mean this game has been in development for years, and this is the first time we actually get anything. But yeah, I don't really care about this game.
No, Overwatch crashed and burnt. Like, we actually tried going back to it probably mid-2020, didn't we? We actually tried going back to it. And
after Warzone, I think we tried.
Yeah, as much as we fucking beat ourselves into that game, we just got hit back. It just wasn't fun. Like, we went back to Rainbow Six. It's a completely new game, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, we had fun, yeah.
Yeah, this was just not that. We went in and we were like, this just isn't a fun game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not fun. It's just not fun anymore. Yeah, and like you don't even I don't even see like I'm sure there still is, but like esports on Overwatch, that was a massive thing. I
I
don't
see
see
it.
it anymore as much. I'm sure it still is a thing,
Mm,
but it's not as big as it used to be anyway.
no, I see a lot more Rainbow Six. I see even some Halo here and there, and I see competitions from Warzone and stuff like that. But I see nothing from
Yeah,
Overwatch anymore. You still see a shit ton of CS:GO, League of Legends, Dota. You still see all those games. They're all fucking
yeah,
there.
and they've been there for
Oh,
forever. Yeah, you even see
years.
Fortnite once, and Fortnite,
Yeah.
died and came back and 100 times.
Yeah, look, you can say what you want about no, watch Fortnite. I am actually a believer that it's a good game. I just hate its community, but the fact
Yeah,
that, as you
it's
said,
little
it's
kids.
oh, it's not even as just little kids. It's just toxic as all fuck.
Yeah,
Um, and it just is a weird vibe off it. I can't really get into it here, but it's a weird vibe I get off it every now and again.
mm.
But like the fact that you said there, it died, came back. Like no game that doesn't deserve that to happen, it won't happen to it.
Yeah.
Like if the game is in a position that it can die and come back, it is a good game. And I will say
Mm.
Fortnite's probably a good game. It's interesting, it's fun, but it's just I can't stand the people who play it.
Yeah, and like I'm sure if we got into it, we would be very, very good. But I just can't be bothered.
No, no, I
No, I
can't.
just
And
can't
look,
be bothered.
I prefer the more tactical feel things. That's why we went into PUBG for years, and then that just that crashed and burned.
Yeah, that game had good potential, and they just didn't do anything with it. They literally just released it and was like, "That's good enough with us."
It isn't even. I don't even know if it's that they didn't do anything because they did release a shit ton of maps, but every single map after the sand one, because like that was the next one, it was a big desert. I was like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah,
Everything after that was broken to fuck. There was one
yeah,
jungle map that looked like Vietnam, and we were like walking around with like graphical glitches, FPS lag, and like
yeah,
we'd be on a party. I was like, okay, am my connection dropping? It's like no, it's just there's so much shit moving that it's gonna explode on an Xbox or a PC or something. I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Or even you were able to on PC you were able to turn down like your graphics on it from like super to like low or something, and then the grass wouldn't render or like leave some trees,
Yeah.
so you just literally could see everything. So it's like, how does that work? Yeah, but that game had good potential. It started the whole battle royale thing,
Yeah.
which I mean it's probably a bad thing now because everyone does it. But
Mm.
yeah, it just didn't live up to what it could have been.
Do you have anything else, perchance?
No, not
Cool.
really. Gotham Knights got a release date. That's it.
Oh yeah. Then for the last minute, then, do you think we're going to continue to see battle royale games? Because I don't. I don't know if we're
I
going
think
to see
it's.
it much longer.
I think it is coming to an end.
Hmm.
I think the whole battle royale aspect is coming to an end, but I think I don't know because Halo looks like it's gonna get one.
It's not even
Uh,
getting co-op campaign. Fuck Halo at this point.
yeah,
It hurts me to
yeah,
say.
yeah. It looks like that's gonna get one. Modern Warfare 2 coming out this year will just piggyback off Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
It'll continue. I don't know. I think it is definitely coming to an end, but I think we'll still see it for the next couple of years, and then eventually
Yeah.
it'll die, and I think we'll go back to normal multiplayer, and we'll go back to normal multiplayer for like 5 years, and then someone will release a battle royale again, and be like, oh my god, can't believe we forgot about how good this was.
And I'm alright
it's
with
just a
that.
cycle. Yeah,
I'm alright
but
with the cycle
yeah,
as long as it knows when to end.
it should have ended a while ago.
It should have ended a while ago, not because it's so saturated. I don't care about something being saturated. Fucking traditional multiplayer game saturated thing, but it just got shit, and there's just so many of them, and I was like, we can't really talk much more about it. We're over time, so
Yeah.
on to what movies.
Movies. Okay. There isn't much here in movies. But we were talking about Oh yeah, DC EU movies got delayed. All
Sorry.
the movies got delayed.
When did this happen?
Like a couple of days ago.
No shit. Okay.
They were like, they did like a whole like The Rock announced his Black Adam Red delay, and he like made it sound like it was a good thing. He was like you're gonna be so excited with the news, and he was like, we're delaying it, and I was like, what? Like I was like, maybe he got it wrong. Maybe they're moving it up. No, they delayed it. So what? Do you know that dog movie, that animated dog
Super
superhero
Pets?
movie?
Is it?
No, it's with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Plays Batman in it, I think.
Kevin
Well,
Hart
that
plays
one.
his pug.
No, it's not that one.
It is that one, trust me.
Keanu
Is it Kevin Hart?
Reeves.
It's like Super Pets or something. I know it is.
Um.
Because The Rock plays Krypton.
No, it's DC League of Super Pets. Yeah, well, I know.
Sorry, I
don't
missed
think
the
Kevin
first
Hart's in
two.
this.
Hmm?
I don't think Kevin Hart's in this.
I think he plays Batman's dog, yeah.
Super Pets.
I really hope it is. It's not going to sound really, really sketchy.
So we have Keanu. He is, but he's uncredited. So
For now. Just
For
because
now,
there.
yeah.
I heard him.
For now.
Like, I heard he's in the trailer.
Yeah. So that film was delayed to Black Adam's release date, which is like July.
Mhm.
And then Black Adam was moved to October 23rd or something.
Okay.
And then The Flash and Aquaman were delayed till next year.
No.
Completely pushed back to next year. So when everyone was like, this is DC's year, with the Batman, and then they had Aquaman and Black Adam, it's no longer DC's year. It is gone. There is no movies left this year for DC other than Black Adam.
I wonder, did they say why?
No, I don't think so. But it feels like reshoots for Aquaman, mainly Aquaman. Now does that mean Amber Heard reshoots, or
you said the name, but
is she gone, or is this other things because people were complaining about the trailers and she's not in the trailers? They don't put her in because they know the trailers would do bad if she's in it, but she is in the film. So but it makes me think, are these reshoots because of that, because it did get moved from December 16th to March, so that's an extra 3 months of a delay, plus they have, so it's basically coming out this time next year, so they have a whole year to reshoot, redevelop and edit and all that. So is it because of that? It could be, but I don't know.
If we've discussed DC not making great decisions, we discussed them not managing the movies exactly great.
Mm-hmm.
They discussed managing the talent that they have currently, also not the greatest. If they are delaying all these movies because of one movie that every fucking person and their mother decided that they didn't want to watch or would boycott unless a certain actress was removed, that just proves my point.
Yep. Exactly.
At this point, you should just give up on a DCU. If these are the decisions that you are making, stop trying to make a DCU.
It's over. Yeah.
Turn to the independent directors, turn to the Matt Reeves, turn to the Christopher Nolans, look at them and go, here are the superheroes that you can use.
Do something.
Go to town.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But like, it makes me think, I feel like it's not even about her. I think it's going to be more about what they want to do with the Flash movie, because looking here, originally it was going to be Black Adam releases, then The Flash, then Aquaman, then Shazam. Okay?
Oh, got my
But
Shazam.
now it's Black Adam. So now it's Black Adam, Shazam, Aquaman, then The Flash. So they're leaving The Flash to the end instead of The Flash being the second one. Right? So that's making me think, are they trying to just get these films in and then potentially have all of them in The Flash as well? You know, that's what it's kind of making me feel as well, because why would it go from being the second one released after Black Adam to the last one after Shazam, which was meant to be the last one, Aquaman and Black Adam, and then it comes out?
In that case, they are even worse at managing their movies than I thought. Marvel, over fucking 20 years, saying what I want, well, not 20 years, 20 movies, saying what I want to fucking say about how shit they are nowadays, they managed to span over a decade without blocking themselves into a corner with movies. But if they literally turn around and was like, hang on, we want to do all this, that's the worst decision. And not only that, you literally have one of the best performing fucking movies nearly of all time at the moment came out, is subjected to double its fucking earnings this week, and we've seen it twice.
Yeah, and
now
going again today.
You're going again today, and they're literally going to put the gun to their fucking kneecap and shoot themselves. It's not even getting shot in the knee; they're literally doing it to themselves. This is stupid. How do you manage this?
And the other thing is that they probably saw Batman come out and go, wow. Mm-hmm. Warner Bros. Were definitely like, wow, this is what people want. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Let's delay everything and reshoot it and try and make it like the Batman, and then just destroy the whole aspect of the films that they had.
Yeah. Am I the only one that also hates Aquaman's black suit, by the way?
His black suit or his golden one?
No, his golden one I love.
I love his golden one.
Yeah, this black, the one that he wears in the fucking trailer for. I want to make sure of this one out.
I think I blocked it out of my mind because.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see it? Yeah.
Good.
It looks so disgusting. Even that alone was enough to make me go, I'm kind of happy I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, it's his stealth suit. Look, just use the golden one that you literally made a whole film about him getting, and just let him use it, you know. And I love Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I think he's great for Aquaman. But they're really they're not destroying. They've destroyed the DCEU. They might as well turn around and go cancel all of them.
Oh yeah,
cancel them all. And people wouldn't care. People would go, we wanted Shazam, or we wanted Black Panther, Black Adam. But Flash and Aquaman, they'd be like, anyway.
That's a shame.
If they'd really just kept Shazam and Black Adam and discarded all the rest of them, I wouldn't care. Because honestly, garbage.
Yeah.
And they decided to release, let me just get the release date for this one. Yeah, so they decided to release Shazam 2 4 days before Avatar sequel. One movie that has been waiting for this film to come out. People have been waiting for this film to come out for years and years and years. And you're going to put a film 4 days before. Okay, you make money those 4 days. But when Avatar comes out, no one is going to go watch Shazam. Every person that goes to the cinema is going to be watching Avatar. Every single person is going to watch Avatar. So you are even setting yourself up for failure there.
Oh, yeah.
And Aquaman was meant to come out the same day as Avatar. Aquaman was originally meant to come out the exact same day as Avatar. What? Like, even like, okay, we're not like overly happy with MCU at the moment, but like even they have a bit of a brain, because Batman was like, we're March 4th, and then they originally had said, oh, the Multiverse of Madness is also March 4th, and then when Batman came out with the trailers and the hype started coming up, they were like, okay, we'll move it to May.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart. Move it back, because otherwise you're competing with each other, and okay, you might win, but you missed out on all the other money that you could have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a brain. It's a bit of a brain. It's not that hard to just go, let's not schedule it against a big release. Let's release it when there's nothing coming out, and then everyone will just go want to watch ours. You know?
Like, it would be something... If it would be one thing if they decided to release Aquaman or The Flash. Well, it would be one thing if they decided to release Aquaman there. The Flash, I know they're trying to piggyback off of the Far From Home, No Way Home's ability to bring back all the old characters, nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. That's one thing. So they at least still have that. I'd be ashamed to see that put up against Avatar. It would be one thing if they put up Aquaman up there, because no one really cares about it. So they'd be like, here, look, here's the release. You get some money. There you go. Avatar can have the limelight. Here's the bad. Here's the good. Blah. But the fact that it's Shazam, the one of their most credited and loved movies at the moment, and yeah, they're just putting up against that.
Yeah, I don't know. But there must be something going on here, Warner Bros. Because not only did they delay everything there, but they've also delayed, didn't know this was happening, their Willy Wonka origin story.
Oh, with Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah, so they've delayed that till December of 2023. So that's like a whole year and 3 months away. And then, no, more. And then they've also delayed the Meg 2 till August of next year. So there must be something going on there. There must be something in Warner Bros. Going on. They claim that the Aquaman was delayed because of the shtick's induced production delays and visual effects.
I forgot we called it that.
I mean, the shtick has been gone for a while.
Yeah, it hasn't been gone.
No, but like, for delays to be happening because of it, it's not. That's not an excuse you can use anymore. Yeah. So there's something going on with Warner Bros. They're really like fumbling the bag here. Just give it a few weeks and Disney will buy it out or something. Because they're really fumbling it.
That this company, probably one of the biggest companies in movie history. Like, if you think back, if you ask me, think of a movie company 10 years ago, I'd be like Warner Brothers. If when I was 5, I could say Warner Brothers. Like, I knew the WB, I knew everything, and this company is literally destroying everything that they own.
Everything. Like, the last couple of films they've released, okay, they have the Batman, which is great, but then they have the Matrix, crashed and bombed.
Yep.
Then they have the Fantastic Beast film coming out this year. Already
controversy around that.
Yeah. They had Space Jam. Some people liked it, some people didn't.
Controversy.
Zack Snyder's cut. Controversy.
That one was good, but had to be spawned from controversy.
It had to literally be dragged out of them. Okay, they had King Richard, which was great.
I haven't seen it actually.
They Tenant, then they've had Shazam. But like, if you look back in the day, the classic ones they had, obviously they had all Harry Potter, fantastic. They had Polar Express, fantastic.
Scary but
1.
good.
Yeah, Ready Player One, fantastic.
I love the
original Matrix, great. The Dark Knight series, great. The Hobbit.
Sorry,
the first one was good.
First one's good. The rest were, didn't we see the second one?
I think I saw the second one, then watched the third one.
No, that's what I said. Did we see it?
I think we did.
Because a weird part of me thinks that was the first movie the two of us went and saw.
Could have been.
It was a sad thought.
What a shame. Yeah, what a shame. they had 300, great.
Oh yeah.
You know, The Hangover, okay, they're good comedy films, but
Mm.
like they had from
They had iconic movies.
yeah, from a company that has so many iconic films. I mean, the Scooby Doo films, great. Inception, Interstellar. You know, all these films are like fantastic, and now they've gone to shit. They've really just tanked it, and I don't know what is going on over there, but they really need to sort the shit out, because they're really the only ones, big players left to compete with Disney, and
Oh yeah.
they're just destroying it at the moment.
Like who? Like we got
Yeah.
Paramount, but they're not exactly doing a whole lot, and they're probably going
Yeah.
to release another Transformers movie soon enough. And it's like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah,
And like, I guess you got like Lionsgate is only like a B-list company, I'd say. Like they ship out a shit ton of them. That's all kind
Yeah.
of pointless at this point. Who else have you got? God, I can't even think of any more off the top of my head.
no, I can't think of any. I mean, you got Sony Pictures, Columbia Pictures.
Sony Pictures is so enthralled with themselves that they can't make a good movie. Like
Yeah.
they're like, we got Spider-Man, and it's like, Spider-Man. I was like, you don't anymore, you dumbasses. It's like, well, but we kind of do. I was like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
What was the second one after Sony? You said?
Columbia.
Oh yeah, but they're
Yeah.
such an old-fashioned one as well.
Yeah.
What new? I can't remember the last time I saw Columbia.
Universal Pictures. 20th Century. I don't know, that's Disney.
Yeah.
It's all Disney, but let's see. Got Universal, Warner Bros, Columbia Pictures, Walt Disney, Marvel Studios, Paramount Pictures, Fox, Rat Pack, Dune Entertainment, whatever that is.
Oh, we can't even say
Legendary
Columbia because, as you said, they're all fucking like all the Spider-Man and Marvel movies of them as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There's really, like, there's only really 3. Realistically.
Mm-hmm.
Universal Pictures, Warner Bros. And Disney.
And even then, I would assume Disney has some form of talons in on Universal films.
Oh, I'm sure they team up and Disney takes all the money. I'm sure it happens. What's with the face?
You're currently green. Oh, we're fine now. Okay. You're green. Look like you're having a minor stroke, but you know, we're fine now.
Oh yeah. Universal Studios, you can go watch fucking Jurassic World and Sing 2. Anyway. Yeah, that's
Two
what
highly
they're
acclaimed
working
movies.
hard over there. Have you seen the Adam Project?
I was convinced this was just going to be kind of just another shittier action movie that just kind of came and went, but it's after getting a much better reception than I thought.
It's gotten a lot of traction.
Yeah.
It's picked up a lot of traction. I didn't really hear about it till like a couple of weeks ago, maybe, yeah. And it just started to just go. I haven't watched it, probably won't. But yeah, it's a time travel film with Ryan Reynolds.
Lots of fun, I'm reading here.
I heard it's good. And like 69 on Rotten Tomatoes and 6.9 on IMDb. That's not bad. For a Netflix sci-fi, it's not bad. 69 is not bad. But audience score is 81%. I mean, that's a great score.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I love Ryan Reynolds though. Anything he's in, he's usually good.
Yeah, I'd like to not see him. Like, he even was like, I go take a break for a while. So I'm waiting for his content to finish up, and then that break to come into play. Unless movies or the companies decide to like delay things so that he's always in the spotlight, then I like to think that's kind of what that like undermines why he took the break in the first place. Like,
Yeah.
if they just release his movies and then the break of content comes in where the other movies that he wasn't in come out, and there's a nice little break from Ryan Reynolds for a bit, and then he comes back, like, cool, I love him again. But at the moment,
Yeah.
he's just everywhere.
He's everywhere, and he's going to be in Deadpool 3, so he's not really taking much of a break, and blah blah blah. And yeah.
Well, like, that was done before his break.
Oh. Yeah, and I mean, Tom Holland's also said he's going to take a break. Hollywood's really gotten into the fucking habit at the moment of just grabbing like 2 people, 3 people, and just using them in absolutely everything they have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland's in everything. Ryan Reynolds is in everything, and I feel like Zendaya is in literally everything I watch. It literally looks like they just grabbed a couple of people and were like, "You are in every movie from now on."
See, they do, like, Japan does that with voice actors and anime. They're like, okay, you're a well sought after voice actor, you're a well sought after voice actor, you're blah blah blah. You take like 6 of them, and like you'll sit down and be like, I recognize that voice, and you go look over like, oh, they're in all these things. And then you're like, I recognize that voice, like, oh, you're in all these things. Now the thing with that is that taking a voice actor,
Yeah.
they play different characters and they have a different face, and you don't know what they look like. The issue with taking an actual person, filming them and shoving it to you in
can
every
see
trailer
them.
it comes, yeah, you can see them. You like look at the face and you go, Christ, I know.
Yeah, and even for the actors themselves, okay, like a voice actor, I'm not saying it's easy. It is definitely hard, but it's not as hard as an actor in the sense that they don't have to act. They just have to like read a script and act with their voice. They don't have to act with their whole body and retake scenes and blah blah blah. It is a different sort of, difficulty in that sense.
The best way to put it is probably there's more physicality in front live action. Like there's okay, an actor on screen is a generalist actor, and if they want to go to specific movies, that's when they become a specialized one. A voice actor is very specialized, and they know how to alter their voice and stuff like that. And like they've gone through a lot of the pain of altering their voice, of refining their voices and like blowing out their voices, doing different characters, and they know what suits them and what doesn't suit them. Like an actor, a live action actor will have to go through those reshoots, those
Yeah.
and it's a lot more stringent. Like a voice acting, if you had a nice studio at home, you could do it there as well. You can't really do it there. So there's a lot more leeway, I think, with voice acting. Again, they are specialists. It's not that
Yeah, they've specialised in just voice acting. Yeah.
they're specialists, and a lot comes with that, and to get there is very difficult, and it's probably a bit harder to get voice acting jobs, so we'll also give you that. But as you said, yeah, there's a lot more physicality with live action.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially like because it's not only like filming it that takes months and months and months, and then reshoots, like you said, but then it's also like touring it, like going to different cities and like promoting it, and going on talk shows and this and that, and the premiere. With a voice actor, they kind of like, unless it's a big anime, they don't really go on tours. They kind of just do the voice, and then they go home, So yeah, it is. Yeah, I do feel sorry for all these people, not in the sense that like they're being exploited, but I don't feel sorry for them because they're getting paid a whole lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
An insane amount of money. So in one sense I feel bad, in the other, I mean, wipe your tears with all the millions you have.
Yeah, there's like yeah. Okay, yeah, you have fame to deal with, you have all like
Yeah.
and you have the stress of a busy work life and paparazzi. There are definite elements to being an actor that is not great. But fuck you got money. We do this for free.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you have the money. I know money doesn't buy happiness. You could still be all that stuff. Yeah, but you
Fuck
have
that.
money. But you have money. It helps. It helps. You being poor and depressed is definitely worse than rich and depressed. But there you go. But yeah, we move on.
Yeah, before we get in more trouble.
Where is this? It's not that much trouble. Money helps, and that's all I'll say.
Yes.
TV shows. You want to start with the big one?
The big old bad one? Fuck yeah, I do. Well, no, hang on. We were talking about superheroes for a while. Let's go on to the Batman ones because I do want to discuss them.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Discuss?
We will absolutely get to the big one because I'm really very excited. I do want to talk about like the Arkham series that's coming out and how the Gotham thing or the Gotham PD has formulated now from being about the Gotham PD, which I am sad and happy about, but I also do kind of want to just look at. There's a lot of correspondences with Gotham, the TV show, and their mentality towards this new Batman.
I think they got a lot of inspiration from Gotham TV show.
Good.
Which is good because, like, it's definitely a overly hated on show. I think it gets a lot of unnecessary hate.
Until season 5, then I get it. But before that, yeah.
Before that, I mean, I'll put up my hand and be the first one to say, I'm definitely one of the givers of the hate.
It annoys me.
But, I know. But, no, like, I'm glad they're taking inspiration from something that was hated on, or small, with quotation marks, and then are, like, making people go, whoa, is this, like, what I've been missing out on from this show? Because, like, can we do spoilers or not yet?
For Gotham?
For Batman.
Oh, fuck no!
No, not yet. Okay, never mind then. I'm gonna say something.
Spoiler. This is obviously going to continue on into the later bit, yeah?
The later bit?
Sorry, this is going to continue on to, like, this is going to continue for a little. Is this important? Do you have to say it?
No, I don't have to say it. No.
Okay, then in that case, no.
Yeah, no,
If it halts the entire conversation, okay, we'll say it. But in that case, no. Okay, no spoiler. False alarm.
False alarm. Yeah, but well, I'm kind of happy that they're not doing the GCPD.
Oh,
GCPD.
Is
it GCPD?
Wait,
Gotham
no,
City,
sorry.
GCPD.
I was thinking of when we had the dispute where it should be Raccoon City Police Department or CPD.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes no fucking sense to me because it's not just Raccoon Police Department. That's hilarious. It's a fucking set of raccoons with police hats on. It's Raccoon City Police Department. Whatever.
That's for Resident Evil?
That's for Resident Evil, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Resident good.
Resident good. No, I'm glad they are not doing a GCPD show because I feel like it would have been too similar to Gotham. You know, it would have been too closely linked, especially with like it being mainly about the Penguin. Is that a different show? No, that's
different show, which is another thing I want to discuss.
But I feel like it would have been very, very similar. So doing an Arkham show is great because you're able to do so many things in the sense that you can explore so many different villains from the Batman universe and kind of explore them, elaborate them, so that you don't have to in the Batman film. You know, the background, all their stuff is already been elaborated. We have, and then when the Batman comes, you could just go straight into it rather than spending the first 30-40 minutes of the film explaining their origin story and all that.
Yeah. It is annoying to me though that Gotham was so broad in the sense of the amount of villains that they took on. Like they took on so,
basically
like,
all of them.
Pretty much. Like they got the Scarecrow in there, which was awesome. They got fucking Dr. Freeze in there, which was awesome. They got fucking Firefly. They even got fucking Professor Pig. They got that fucker in there. They got so many. Yeah. So like it is annoying to me in that regard because now no matter what this Arkham series is going to do, it's going to have to overlap. And they kind of look and go, alright, how did they do it? This is how we're going to do it. Different styles, different feelings. Here we are.
Yeah.
And that's the same with the Penguin show.
Especially with the Penguin show. That one's going to have to be... It's going to be interesting because Gotham is... it's about Gotham, but it's also about Bruce Wayne and how he grows up to become Batman eventually. But it's also mainly about the Penguin. Like, it's all about the Penguin and how he comes up to run the city. So having the Penguin show, it is going to have a lot of overlap with Gotham. So they are going to have to, not be careful, but like kind of see.
They're gonna have to stand out.
Yeah, because it will be compared.
Now they did set it up pretty well in the movie. If it's going from the Penguin,
straight
if
away.
they go from the end of it on, have they confirmed that?
I'm sure that's going to be it, but they haven't confirmed anything.
If that's so, because like, fuck, yeah, I don't say that either. They set it up pretty well
because of a certain thing that happens.
Because of a certain aspect that happens and a certain statement that B-Man himself says, it makes sense to see how this could all develop and work up and happen. It's good. And I think it's good that Colin Farrell is so fucking different in this and is so just him. And I do like how it seems that he is still a bit, kind of cowardish, because, Penguin is a bit cowardish.
Penguin's always been the coward character, yeah.
But he looks like he's going to be his own person. Like, now, it's going to be very difficult for me to turn around and be like, Robin Lord Taylor is not my favorite anymore, because he is great. And he's the guy who played Penguin in Gotham. He's a fucking amazing Penguin. Now, he had a few unusual storylines, I'll give that, but he still played them really well. So I would be very interested to see what aspects where this goes in from, or like what they're gonna focus on, or how they're gonna make him properly, because he's not. Did they call him the Penguin in the Batman?
Yeah,
they call him the Penguin. But I want to see, like, did they show the real reason why they call him that?
Yeah.
Because he has he's the 44 Below Club and he's in the Iceberg Lounge. And if that's the only reason why he's called the Penguin, then very interesting. Because like there's a different reason why Robin Lord Taylor is in Gotham. So if he's literally if his is just in name, that he's just called this and he's just known that by name, that's so much more mafia-esque and cooler to me than someone who has a fucking penguin fetish, or that's not Robin Lord Taylor's thing, or has a shitty waddle. That's what Robin Lord Taylor thing is. Like, if he has the waddle, oh, it's Penguin, then okay, that's one thing. But like, earning the name the Penguin with that club and shit, that's gonna be so much cooler to me.
Yeah, that would be cool. Just to have like the Iceberg Lounge, and then because you have that, you're known as the Penguin is quite cool. It's quite cool, but I'm sure they'll do the whole like, oh, he has a wobble, he has a little bit of a step to him, and he's like that. That's why he's the Penguin, which I'm sure is what they'll do. But it would be cool if it was just, a nickname that they gave him because he owns a certain club. That would be cool.
That's scary to me.
Yeah, and I'd like to know, did Matt Reeves have, when he originally proposed the idea of doing a Batman film, did he have all this already set up, or did it like come about? And if so, when he casted these members, like Colin Farrell goes, okay, Colin, you're playing the Penguin, but you have to be willing to do a TV show as well.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like we film it and he was like, oh, it'd be great to have a TV show.
Yeah, no, when it comes to contracts like that, I 100% believe the studio turned around and was like, alright, to Matt Reeves, we want this, but we want it to flesh out. How can we make it flesh out? Do we just do trilogies? Do we just do spin-offs? And Matt Reeves probably turned around and was like, I can set up a bunch of things if you want. This is my vision. I will deal with this what you want. I will get you what you want, but I will get you different things. If you want a TV series, we can set that up with one character. If you want spin-off movies, we can enter other characters. So I definitely think the company turned to him and was like, this is what we want you to try and figure out. Can you do it? And he'd be like, yep. And that's why they gave him the fucking thing. Because he did it so efficiently that half the time you're like, oh yeah. And then you're like, oh, they set up this character. And you're like, when?
Yeah.
And then rewatch, you're like, oh yeah, then.
Yeah, in fairness, he has set up so many characters by dropping just little little things around the film that he can literally go anywhere with this. Like, it's just amazing. Oh, Matt Reeves, I tip my hat to you.
In fairness,
Fantastic.
like, he hasn't made the most amount of movies. He's made very few, realistically, and even less are great. Like, if I want to say ones that are properly good, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7, and probably 8. I'm not 100% sure that. Like, he probably has 8 really good movies out there.
Yeah.
But like those really good, like, he has Cloverfield, that's great. Let Me In, that's fucking brilliant. 10 Cloverfield Lane and Cloverfield Paradox, you know, they're sequels, so they're good, but they're good sequels. Then you got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then you got War for the Planet of the Apes, which are fucking brilliant. And then you got that Batman.
You got the Batman.
Yeah,
No, in fairness, he has great films. Wow. And like, I just looked up there. Like, No Way Home had a budget of 200 million, and so did the Batman.
Really?
Yeah. Because No Way Home is all CGI, so you can tell where all that money went to. But the Batman has very little to no CGI in it. Only certain things are CGI'd. Like, he even said the Batmobile scene where they jump through the flames, that's not CGI'd. That was an actual stunt.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, where did this money go? Was it to pay cast members? Because No Way Home paid everyone very poorly. Like, Tom Holland got like 5 million, which is very, very. I mean, that's not a lot. That is
when you think of it.
No, like, if you think about it, in the first Spider-Man film, whatever it's called, something Homecoming, Robert Downey Jr. is in it for like 12 minutes, and he got 28 million.
Oh!
And then you have the final film of a trilogy, and the main actor only gets 5 million. That's very poor. So I'm wondering, because all their money went into CGI. Every cent of that film's budget went into CGI. Because even you could be like, oh no, maybe they paid Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire a load of money. No, they both got 1 million each, which isn't a lot either.
No.
And then you look at the Batman, they don't have all this CGI money. Okay, yes, they have explosions which cost money and all that.
But even then, you can use miniatures if you need to, so that saves money there.
So then I'm wondering, where did this money go? Are they paying their people really well? Which is something I would like to know.
Yeah, well, like, I can speculate at least that you're right. They have a staggeringly... They obviously do have CGI in there on many places. They definitely have CGI, obviously.
Oh,
but
of course.
Entire scenes of CGI, I can't believe exists. Because there's definitely, if you look, even the trailer of No Way Home has entire scenes of just CGI. So what's the point?
Yeah.
But with this, I say so much of it went into those, like, building up those practical effects, building up those props, and building, like, because you can definitely, it says 200 million. So even if it's like 50 million for the car is for the talent, like, I don't know, 10 for B-Man, or 15 for B-Man, and 10 for B-Man, and the 10 for Catwoman, then you got 10 for Paul Dano. I don't know, that's...
And the Zoe Kravitz as well.
That's Catwoman.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And then, you give like 5 for Colin and Jeffrey, up to 14 now, and that's the majority of that cast. And like, you give a few for the rest. So that's the big names are satiated.
Names are done, yeah.
And that's 50 million. You have 150 million there for practical effects. You then have it for, like, stuntmen, and you can build things on miniatures as well. So for like the car chase scenes, you can easily. There's a few times where I'm looking at it, like, can that be a miniature? I was like, there's a few things in there. I was like, that's 100% could be a miniature. Absolutely. There's a good few times where it's like, okay, and a lot of the scenes, it doesn't, like, you're not in, say, like Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 1, where he's swinging across entire cities and the entire city has to be edited in. Like in this, the car chase is on a highway. So you're going from point A to point B in the same setting. You don't need to build an entire city around you. Like, what's the biggest set that you think? It'd probably be the end sequence. Big end bit.
The stadium part, That's not a spoiler.
True. Yeah, okay. The stadium. The stadium.
Yeah,
probably the biggest. Because even the everyone knows about the courthouse. It's in the trailer. It's the big courthouse. Like that's one section, and that's just have to be built.
The
stadium probably doesn't have to be built either, but that has the biggest environmental change to it. I guess the best way of saying it. Because even when he goes to the club, there's not a big environmental change. You're within the club.
Yeah,
and then it's small
it's a tight area. Yeah, small rooms. Yeah, but I'm looking at their salaries here. Now, obviously, these are approximates. Obviously, they're not going to be like coming out and tell you how much. We are way off. Way off. Like you said, 15 million for Robert Pattinson.
Is it like 30?
It's 3.
Oh, it's down?
Down, way down. Way down. That Zoe Kravitz 1.5, Paul Dano 1.5, Jeffrey Wright 400k.
Yeah.
You know, and then everyone else like Andy Serkis 600, Colin Farrell 400.
What? So you have
very cute.
Way more money.
350.
350 or
350k.
Fuck. You done that?
Yeah, I'll take that. We are way off. So where is this? Because they have like a range of the budget. It's like some places say 100 million to 185, other places say like 150 to 200. So it's in between the 100 to 200 million range. You're not paying that much to your actors. Where did the rest of the money go?
the rest of the money goes to practical effects, building miniatures, and paying stuntmen. That's where that's where that money went in that movie. 100%. I know, I'm paying for sets. 100% that's where that went. CGI would have been mine, and even like, because we're going to talk about the slightly not so controversial thing, but like the practical effects in the hallway scene. Like there's a close quarter. There's not a spoiler. It's just my favorite scene. I love talking about. It's just a close quarter scene. It's in the trailer, exactly. Yeah, just the close quarter scene where the guns are shooting at him in the dark hallway. That's practical.
Yeah.
The most that you gotta do in that is, because the way that muzzle flashes may get picked up on a camera, only half of it might be seen. The only editing you do there is you fix the fucking muzzle flash, because the lighting is done for you. The action is done by the characters. Everything else is there for you. You don't have to do any CGI except change the muzzle flash.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything in this movie has gone down to practical effects, paying the stunt coordinators, the people there. It's gone to just the crew, is what I'm feeling, which is how you do it.
Yeah. I'd like to know how much Matt Reeves got paid for this.
Good quest.
It's not easy to find how much he gets paid.
It probably isn't easy to find any director's salary. If I look up Steven Spielberg's thing for Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Paid for Dad?
I'm just surprised that Robert Pattinson got only paid $3 million. I know I'm saying only, like if I've loads of millions lying around and it's only 3 million, but it is only 3 million. Like Christian Bale got paid 9 million for Batman Begins, just 3 times the salary,
apparently, right?
What?
Apparently
Go on.
From Jurassic Park, just the movie.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
okay,
Spielberg made $250 million from it, which nowadays is $360 million. just from one movie, from the sales, from the shit. 'Cause I think that's where the majority of the director's money is going to get, is like the sales, the
Afterwards, yeah, I was going to say that, yeah.
yeah. So afterwards, this fucking man made 250 million without inflation rates. Adding it, he made 360 fucking million for one movie, and people wonder why directors are so fucking sought after.
Yeah, that's probably another reason why their wages are so low, because they're probably paid for ticket sales and all that. They get probably paid a percentage, but I don't know.
Like, sorry, I know I'm sticking Jurassic Park, but it made $1.2 billion in the box office, and its budget was 63 million.
That's mental, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's mental. Some of these films are just mental.
My God.
Wow. Do you know the Blair Witch Project?
Oh, it's like 20,000, wasn't it? It's like ridiculously low.
Yeah, this has the best budget to box office ratio. It had a 60k budget and earned 250 million.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Ridiculous, but we're not on movies anymore.
Oh fuck yeah! I was as I was talking about this, like, yeah. Oh my God, we are. Yeah, you're right.
Right, we gotta get the big thing now.
We got it. Yeah, absolutely.
We
The
got
thing
the
that made
first
all
look.
of their fucking hairs stand up, and I was shouting, "Oh!"
We got the first look at the long-awaited Star Wars show, Kenobi.
Oh.
That trailer starts, and you're like, "Oh, I'm excited," and then like 15 seconds in, John Williams drops an absolute masterpiece yet again. I mean, it's just so beautiful.
Well,
Automatic. He didn't remake it, but like they chucked it in there.
So yeah, chuck two of them in there.
Yeah, chuck two of them in there, and automatic goosebumps.
Actually,
all the way.
He did three of them.
I'm sure he did all of them.
No, I mean, like he got. If anyone hasn't watched this trailer, you're a lunatic.
Yeah, go watch it.
Go fucking watch it. Stop it right now and go watch it. But he dropped in the Phantom or Duel of the Fates.
Duel of Fates. Oh,
but he also like you can also hear like the theme of Kenobi getting out of his ship on Kamino. So you have that from Attack of the Clones, and you have Battle of Heroes, which is just so good.
Yeah. Oh. And okay, beyond the music, which was absolutely top notch, the trailer itself was very good. Now a lot of people are complaining about the Inquisitor and how he looks. And it goes back to the same thing with Cad Bane.
I do have a little bit of a counterpoint to the Cad Bane thing. Yes, my finger is up doing a little swirl. If you go to, I think it's The Empire Strikes Back or A New Hope, I think it might be New Hope, it's in the cantina scene, you can see Cad Bane's species there, and they look fucking brilliant. Now, the mouth might be a bit difficult to do, but the rest is fine. They look way better than what Cad Bane does at the moment, so I still want to put my hand up and say Cad Bane could have looked better. But in this, I do think people are like, oh, just look like the Rebels thing. I'm like, and Rebels is so weirdly disproportionate in random ways as is. Fuck off.
Yeah, and I also think that when something is going to go from animated to live action, it's never going to look the same. It's never going to. It's impossible for it to look the same without it looking animated and looking out of place. Plus, it's a person with makeup. That's a person with makeup on. And that's one thing I've absolutely loved from The Mandalorian and Boba Fett at the moment, is how realistic it feels, in the sense that they're not, of course they use CGI, of course they do, but they're going back to using more like puppets and makeups and masks,
practical effects.
and it just makes it feel more natural and more engaging rather than this big CGI thing in my face. Just feels more natural, and that's what it feels like what they did here as well. It was just makeup, and it makes it feel more realistic, more natural. Stop complaining. Stop complaining.
We went through a good few years throughout the Marvel series, and then even into like the Star Wars movies for years. We've been stuck in this rut where since pretty much when Avatar came out. Since then, it was just like, this is great, and this CGI allows us to see so many different aspects of the world. It's like, practical effects does the exact same too. If I go back to 1993, look at, I'm going to say Jurassic Park again, because my god, and you look at that T-Rex, you can swear they just got a real life one reanimated, did actual Jurassic Park, and managed to fucking film it chasing 2 kids. So
they gave it a good wage. Yeah.
And they gave it a good wage too. But it's recently that people have realised, hang on, you could make this feel and experience so much better when you merge both practical and CGI effects.
Yeah.
Special.
Exactly.
Practical and special effects.
Yeah, and like even like. No, I was gonna say Ahsoka, but no, she's pretty good.
Oh,
she's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The only thing, it does make a little a lack of sense that her fucking tendrils, or whatever you want to call them, are shorter than what they were, even though they're
or something.
It's not her, it's living parts. That bit makes a little less sense, but at the same time, for practicality reasons and movement and mobility of the actress herself, it's probably better to shorten down a little bit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's not going to not annoy me. It does annoy me. It should be long, but I can understand it and accept it.
Yeah,
it's a practical
and it's
visual.
not something that it's going to make you not want to watch Ahsoka series or whenever she's on it. You know, and some people are like, I'm not watching Kenobi unless they fix this. It's like, don't watch it then, and don't talk to me. Don't complain about it anymore. Shut up.
Now,
don't watch it. Move on.
It is a bit unusual to see a man's head muffin top.
It is.
But I can get over it.
I'd get over it.
Because I'm assuming he's not going to be the main person. Like, you're not going to see him every single fucking episode. You might see him.
Yeah, especially because he's the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
You know, he's
generals don't fight.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you look at the Rebels, Grand Inquisitor, compared to how are you meant to make that? You can't make that. Like, you can't. It's just not possible. It's just not physically possible to have a long stretched face be in an actual show without it looking absolutely ridiculous. So just shut up.
Yeah.
And I loved the little Darth Vader hint at the end. It was nice. A little breathing.
There's plenty of
if it was just a little breathing at the end, it's like, yes, he's back.
The one thing that I'm very fucking confused about is that people are questioning, is Hayden Christensen going to play Darth Vader? I'm like, it makes no fucking difference if Hayden Christensen is in that suit or not, because let's be real, someone else is going to be voicing him. Hayden Christensen will be Anakin in it. We've almost had this confirmed, and that's what we're looking forward to. But people question if he's going to play Darth Vader and be like, why isn't he? I'm like, because you're not going to see his content face. You're just going to see the movement of this and someone else's thing poured over it. Fuck you.
Yeah, if he's voicing it, they made a big mistake.
They're just going to make him sound like James Earl Jones. It's not going to be a fucking, he's going to sound like this now. It's like, no, he's going to sound like the fucker he's always been.
Yeah, like he's going to be there in flashbacks. He's going to be there maybe in mental thoughts when Darth Vader's thinking. He thinks in his voice, I guess.
Maybe. More like inner conflict.
Yeah, the inner conflict. Or they might do a thing when, because it will happen, Kenobi and him fight again. There might be like that bit of, like in Rebels, where Ahsoka is fighting him, and there's a bit of like, he comes back a little bit and then he switches right back to Darth Vader. They might have something like that in there as well, but he's not going like you said. If he's in under the helmet and the suit. Who's gonna know? You know, it's a helmet and a suit. You don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing with the Mandalorian. It could be a stunt double the whole time, and then he just voices over it when you can't see his lips, so you can literally just voice over the whole thing. So it doesn't matter.
Because I'm sorry to break it to y'all, it wasn't Pedro in the suit for Boba.
No, he just voices it over.
Just voices it.
They were hardly gonna bring him in to just wear a helmet. They just get his stunt double to wear the helmet and go, hey, voice it over. You don't have lips. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. You don't have a face. Now, what does have a face is the 4 faces of the big Inquisitor place that they show at one point where, like, the big war room, and it's like, oh, they're recognizing Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, yeah. And there's a lot of question around when does this take place? Does this take place after Fallen Order, before Fallen Order, during Fallen Order?
Surely it's during. Because it
should be in and around the same time.
Yeah, because it's a few years after, so Luke is old enough to be able to walk around. He's like 10 years afterwards. Yeah, exactly. It could be around like 8-9 years old. And if he's 8 or 9, like by then they're still dismantling the you look up when Fallen Order is. Like Fallen Order, it starts off with them dismantling a Venator class Star Destroyer ship. Cruiser.
Yeah.
Star Destroyer cruiser. It's not just cruiser, Connor. Venator class ship. So like they're literally still breaking down the remnants of the Clone Wars, and I'm sure you'll still see remnants of the Clone Wars in this. So it must happen during.
In or around the same.
Yeah, there's no way they're not conflicting.
Yeah, Fallen Order happened 5 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, absolutely, it's going to intersect.
Yeah, it must be in or around, because the Luke they show in the trailer, he could be a 5-year-old. He looks a little older. He looks a bit
Probably
7, 8, a bit older than 5. But it might be straight after Fallen Order. Fallen Order ends, and then it goes straight on to that other one. But yeah, I don't know. But it would be in and around the same. The same. Yeah, but I'm very excited for Kenobi.
At
I
first,
was
I
excited
wasn't
before,
as such.
But now
I am.
Like it got to the stage where when it was announced, I was super excited, and then it kind of died. There was nothing about it, and it was like, and then they were like, trailer. I was like, fine, I'll watch it, and now I'm like, yes. So yeah, May 25th. We're not too far. We're still 2 months, but that'll come quite fast.
Oh yes.
And I'm glad it's a limited series, and I know it's like, don't worry, it's a limited series, but season 2 is not out of the picture. I hope it is. I hope it's out of the picture. Just do one. You don't need to have more, because it's just going to start conflicting with story and then plot holes and all this, and just do one. Give us Kenobi. Everyone will be happy, and then move on to Ahsoka and Mandalorian and focus on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all we have.
Yep. Well, we're running out of time, so absolutely it is.
Yeah. Right. So thanks for listening. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, where we post movie reviews. Go to our TikTok, where we post funny clips of the podcast, let's plays, and games that we play in our own time. And yeah, thanks for listening. Bye bye.
Bye bye.